Hey everybody, this is the Extremis folding knife by Half Face Blades. Right off the bat, it feels solid in hand. Overall length, when open, is 7.5 inches with 3¼ inch blade. The blade is S45VN steel, coming in at 0.14 inches thick with a flat grind and a drop point profile that's pretty wild, but I love it. It's finished with a black DLC coating, which gives it that dark, aggressive look. The frame is contoured 6ALV titanium, blasted and anodized in bronze with oil rubbed accents. It's got a titanium backspacer with a black DLC finish and American flag deep carry pocket clip. Inside, you got ceramic Skiff bearings with hardened races and detent, so the action is smooth and snappy. They're also hardened steel lock insert with overtravel stop for long-term reliability. All hardware is premium, titanium screws and hardened stainless pivot shaft with a custom head, dome titanium offside pivot screw, hardened stainless stop pin, and a hardened backspacer shaft with custom hardware. This knife is drilled and tapped for aftermarket clips and fully assembled and made in the USA. Total weight comes in at 4.2 ounces, which feels balanced for a titanium frame lock. So overall, you're getting a compact folded knife with premium materials, smooth action, and a serious build quality. Built for everyday carry, but definitely not built cheap. All right, now that we've got the specs out of the way, the fun little voiceover from yours truly, we're going to talk about this knife. I'm going to show you the good and the bad. It's just an overview. I have not used this knife yet. I just came in. I bought this knife from Lone Star Chris. I've enjoyed his videos. Chris, doing a great job entertaining us all and providing us with American-made knives. So go check out Lone Star.
Lone Star! Lone Star! Lone Star! So Lone Star! Lone Star! French Lone Star!
Anyway, I also love that Chris included Band-Aids. So great. Yeah, you can't go wrong, Chris. We all need them. All right, so I'll just keep that Lone Star there for fun. All right, Half Face Blades. Half Face Blades is a company that we've all been kind of watching grow and learn. I feel like they're up there with MKC, but different. They are, well, Andrew, has come up with some wild blades. A lot of them really haven't spoke to me until now. This one he's got some folders that are integrals that are pretty badass. I'm just going to say badass a bunch because this is what this is. The man himself, Andrew, is a badass dude. He was a Navy SEAL, and my dad, I grew up in the Navy, and I worked in law enforcement a little bit myself, not too long enough. I wanted to be a NCIS agent and decided photography was better for me in small towns, and I was just escaping LA. But anyway, enough about that. I have been down where the SEALs train, and yeah, thanks for your service, Andrew. My dad served for 40 years and appreciate all that you guys do. And now I appreciate these knives you're making. He's got some really cool stuff. This one in particular just looked badass to me, and I've got large to extra large hands, and this just fits perfect. So the good about this knife, it's badass. It's very cool. It's not cheap. I guess that would be a negative. $400 is what I paid for this, and I did pay for it with my own money. It's a knife that I'm going to play with around the studio, and if I decide to keep it, I will put it to use. Overall, this blade is just very cool. The lock face it's built tough. Like this thing, it looks like a small tank. The S45VN is going to be a phenomenal steel. Every S45VN blade I've had has been awesome. The pocket clip is really cool. I'm assuming this is a Lynch pocket clip. From my research, I found that it's a para 3 pocket clip. So if you do want to replace it with something different, like a titanium or something Lynch based, you can. You can't get black from Lynch. So that's something to think about. The grip is phenomenal. The texturing, the contouring, it fits in hand great. So overall, I think this is a really cool knife. Negatives are, it looks like a flipper. Lock stick is pretty tough right now. I'm sure it'll break in. It looks like a flipper, and Andrew himself in his video false started it. So I'm assuming that this was not designed to be a flipper, but this was more designed to be somewhat of a finger guard. Like a lot of his knives have that in there. So when you're getting, a good grip, you're never going to lose it, which I appreciate. You can flip this knife. The lock stick, like I said, it's going to take some wall to break in. You can flip this knife, but if you just, from a start, that's as far as you're going to get. If you bring it out, no problem at all. It's on Skiff bearings, so ceramic. I'm pretty sure those are ceramic ball bearings encaged or enclosed in there. But yeah, the lock stick's pretty rough because the detent is pretty hard, and it's great. It's a perfect detent. It just shoots out, but it is giving you a lot of force, so it's going to take a while for this to to break in. As we can see here, I'm already stuck. So we'll just leave it open for now. But yeah, overall the grip's amazing. Those are the only things. The only other thing was this pocket clip, or is this pocket clip. It sits just past the cutouts here, which are on the outside. You know, I do wish they're on the inside, but I'm sure there's a reason. It is almost, gosh, what, 60% of the grip or the handle is, or the frame is the lock. And so it's sitting right on 50% maybe of the frame there. When I first got this, the pocket clip was rattling, and I messaged them. I said, hey, should I just pinch this thing, tighten it up? They said, yeah, just, you know, put some pliers on there. And so in and out of the pocket's a little rough, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. It's definitely not going to come out. I do wish this had like recessed screws, because getting to the end of the pocket clip, not easy. But these are just little kind of tiny nitpicks. Overall, the knife's amazing. So just something to think about. And I do wish, I think the blade could be, man, let's see if I can get this back. I might have to get something else to do it. Hold on. All right, cool. All right, got some chapstick there and just pressed really hard. The blade probably could have been slightly larger because there is a lot of room in there on the backspacer. But overall, I think it's just such a cool knife. It just looks very cool. He's got a nice thumb stud ramp there. Yeah, just super cool. And then, yeah, like I said in the video, I just went off the specs of the website and created a little voiceover in ChatGPT just so I would not miss anything. But this hardened lock face here, it's got 2 screws and it's tough. So once it breaks in, I think it's going to be phenomenal. I did put a tiny bit of graphite on there on the end of the lock face there, just because that's what I researched would help lube it up a tiny bit from a pencil, assuming my pencil's still graphite. But yeah, anyway, very cool blade. Go check it out. Probably can't find it out there, but you might see some. Actually, I think there was one for sale on the website when I checked. It was a different style with like an ano treatment for $450. But keep an eye on Lone Star. Chris will probably get some more if they do pop up, or just keep an eye on half-face blades and get on their drops list. But thanks for watching, and hopefully this was a good overview of the knife. This is not a complete review because, like I said, I haven't used it yet, and I don't use my knives until I decide I'm completely committed to them. If I'm not, I just put them on Blade Binge, and I get to test out a knife and maybe lose a few bucks. So not a bad deal. It's like a small rental. So, all right, guys, check you in the next video. See ya.